Have you ever poured your energy into someone, only to realize their presence was dead weight on your ambitions? You watched the world scramble for attention, but your focus carves a path few dare to walk. There comes a moment when you see yourself not as a participant in the popularity game, but as the architect of your own empire. Now ask yourself, is your inner circle fueling your ascent, or dragging you into the noise? Welcome to Sigma Male Community, where we don't just question the status quo, we dismantle it. Here we forge the mindset of the truly independent man, resilient, rational, and ruthlessly efficient. If you're ready to transcend mere social currency and build a legacy of uncompromising purpose, you're in the right place. Let's dive into the savage truths that will sharpen your focus and free you from unnecessary attachments. 1. Time is a forged weapon, not a currency. The Sigma male treats each second like a custom-forged blade, precise, purposeful, and lethal against idle distractions. He doesn't spend hours on shallow chatter. He invests minutes only where exponential growth awaits. Picture your calendar not as a social ledger, but as a strategic war map. Every meeting is a mission, every conversation a tactical briefing. If someone can't add value to your campaign, they simply don't earn a spot on your grid. This isn't callousness, it's clarity. Stoic wisdom reminds us that even Epictetus respected the limits of our control. Your time is one of them. By aligning your actions with your deepest purpose, you transform fleeting hours into milestones of achievement. Remember, wasted time is the silent enemy of legacy. Filter out the background noise. Let your schedule be a showcase of intention, not obligation. In the forge of self-mastery, time is your most precious metal. You temper it with discipline, shape it with strategy, and hone it through reflection. When you look back, you won't see scattered scraps of social small talk. You'll see a chain of victories, each link forged in sweat and resolve. Reject the notion that busyness equals value. Real power lies in selective presence. Be everywhere that matters, be nowhere that doesn't. Your commitment to purpose turns every sunrise into a starting pistol for action. You don't mourn lost hours. You seize each dawn like a tactical opportunity. This mindset shift, from passive observer to active strategist, is what separates the Sigma from the masses. When people ask why you cut them off, you simply show them your battle plan. And in the ruins of your past distractions, they'll understand why only the essential remains. 2. The emotional firewall. Bandwidth is battle ready. Emotional energy is finite. You guard it like a high-security asset. Indiscriminate empathy is a vulnerability exploit, draining your focus and leaving you exposed. The Sigma male's seeming indifference is not cruelty, it's a calibrated defense mechanism. He deploys compassion selectively, only when it yields genuine connection or fuels mutual growth. Everything else is quarantined as potential malware. Stoicism teaches us to distinguish between externals and our inner fortress. Marcus Aurelius wrote of the mind as an impregnable citadel. You apply that lesson by refusing to run endless emotional background processes. You're not heartless, you're battle-ready. When someone's drama triggers your firewall, it's because you've learned that background noise is the true enemy. Every time you quarantine emotional toxins, you recharge your core reserves. You emerge stronger, uncorrupted by others' chaos. This doesn't mean you close your heart, it means you control its flow. By mastering this internal firewall, you ensure that when you do connect, it's with unmatched intensity and clarity. People may perceive coldness, but what you project is unbreakable sovereignty over your own psyche. Practice this protocol daily. Cultivate selective empathy, recognize emotional drain, and execute silent disengagement when needed. Over time, you'll find your relationships purified to only those that matter. This is how the Sigma male preserves his bandwidth for true resonance, not superficial noise. 3. Escaping the popularity prison. Freedom and anonymity. While the masses chase likes and follows, you breach the perimeter of the popularity prison. You see the gilded cage for what it is, a hollow echo chamber that offers nothing but transient validation. The Sigma male doesn't dodge the spotlight, he simply moves into a dimension where it doesn't reach him. In anonymity he finds unshakable freedom. Stoic thought reminds us that externals, fame, applause, status, are indifferent to true virtue. You embody this principle by refusing to barter your peace for popularity. Each like that doesn't serve your mission is an anchor weighing down your ascent. You don't just opt out, you blow the locks off. Picture the world's applause as a swarm of insects. Noisy, distracting, ultimately meaningless. You're not indifferent to appreciation. You simply refuse to build your identity on its fragile foundation. Your power comes from self-validation, self-direction, and self-command. When people ask why you're so elusive, you smile and keep forging ahead, unbothered by their need to see you. This escape isn't about loneliness, it's about liberation. You craft your path in silence, far from the echo chamber, where real innovation thrives. Anonymity is your shield, solitude is your sanctuary, and the result is a mind free to focus on legacy, not likes. 4. The ruthless signal-to-noise filter. Imagine your perception as the console of a master sound engineer in chaos. You amplify authenticity and immediately mute everything else. This isn't about rudeness, it's about neural efficiency. The Sigma male never records meaningless chatter. He simply doesn't commit it to memory. Stoicism encourages sharp discernment, to know what is within our control and what isn't. You apply that by categorizing every input as signal or noise. Authenticity resonates, superficiality triggers your filter. You process human energy the way a laser cuts steel, precisely, ruthlessly, without hesitation. When someone's words ring hollow, you tune them out. There's no internal struggle, no guilt, just an automatic cut. This is how you maintain clarity of purpose. It's not personal, it's operational. In your symphony of achievement, only the purest frequencies survive. Practice this daily, scan interactions for depth, block the rest. Over time, your mind becomes a sanctuary of resonance, undisturbed by external static. You'll discover that true connectivity emerges only when genuine signal remains undiluted by noise. 5. Connection by conscious design, not default. For the Sigma, relationships are architectural marvels, not prefab gatherings. Each connection is a deliberate blueprint, forged from shared purpose and mutual respect. Casual acquaintances are ephemeral, they were never part of the grand design. Stoic guides like Seneca urged us to choose our company wisely. You elevate that principle. No accidental friendships, no autopilot socializing. Every bond you form serves a function: growth, insight, or strength. If it doesn't contribute to your fortress, it remains unbuilt. Visualize your social circle as a high-performance network. Each node offers genuine bandwidth, each link carries meaningful data. Anything less is background radiation draining your system. You don't ghost people out of malice, you simply never invited them into your inner structure. By engineering your relationships, you preserve the integrity of your mission. You experience depth over breadth, authenticity over pretense. The result is a network that fuels your evolution, not your ego. 6. Scar tissue as armor, the burn protocol. Betrayal doesn't break you, it forges you. Past wounds become active defense algorithms coded into your psyche. When someone betrays your trust, you don't confront. You execute the burn protocol. Immediate, silent disengagement. Stoicism teaches that we cannot control others' actions, only our reactions. You elevate this by refusing any second bleeding from the same wound. Memory deletion becomes a feature, not a flaw. You erase the data because the lesson is now permanent in your code. This protocol isn't vengeance, it's preservation. Each scar is an honor badge, proof that you survived and learned. You emerge more resilient, immune to familiar traps. Your heart remains guarded, not closed, calibrated, not callous. Practice the burn protocol without hesitation. Over time, your inner armor thickens, your emotional citadel becomes impregnable. You become the architect of your own invincibility, one scar at a time. 7. Solitude, the forge of unbreakable clarity. Silence isn't emptiness, it's the resonant chamber where strategy crystallizes. The Sigma male doesn't endure solitude, he commands it as his primary power source. In silence, he hears his own purpose ring clear. Stoic masters like Marcus Aurelius retreated inward to sharpen their focus. You do the same. Every moment alone is a session in self-audit, refining your mission, your values, your trajectory. You don't fear loneliness, you cultivate it as the ground zero of self-discovery. Picture your mind as a temple, each quiet hour a ritual to reinforce its walls. External stimuli become mere echoes, while your inner voice grows thunderous with conviction. The crowd isn't needed, your silence is already complete. Embrace solitude daily, let its stillness become your guide. You'll find clarity, creativity, and conviction thriving where others see a void. 8. Laser focus misread as coldness. What seems like cold detachment is actually the intense heat of absolute focus. Your cognitive energy is a particle beam, not scattered glitter. Birthdays, anecdotes, small talk, these are irrelevant data streams blocked at the firewall. Stoics remind us that virtue resides in the rational mind. You personify this by reserving your processing power for mission-critical tasks. Evolution, legacy, mastery. Anything outside that beam path remains in the ambient dark. When people feel ignored, they mistake your focus for cruelty. In reality, you're protecting your bandwidth for the challenges that matter. There's no malice, only priorities. Your emotional reserve is a concentrated force. Deploy it only where it accelerates progress. Practice this focus like a discipline. Each day, identify your top priorities and eliminate every other distraction. Over time, your reputation shifts from cold to unbreakable. 9. X-ray vision and the swift exit. The Sigma male reads energy like an X-ray, spotting hidden agendas and inconsistencies with cold precision. When you detect manipulation or superficiality, the interaction is instantly categorized as corrupted data. No debate, no farewells. You ghost the illusion, not the person. Stoicism taught us to see things as they are, not as we wish them to be. You apply radical honesty to every encounter, scanning for authenticity. Once the pattern breaks, you execute a swift exit. This isn't cruelty, it's clarity. You preserve your mental real estate for genuine connections. Each ghosting is a data deletion, freeing space for verified, resonant bonds. Practice swift exits without regret. Over time, your inner circle becomes a curated library of significance. No room for fiction or false fronts. 10. Respect exists, memory is optional. You can deeply respect unwavering effort or ironclad integrity, and still choose not to remember a name. For the Sigma male, respect is an emotion, memory is a resource. They are not the same. Senior Stoics valued virtue over fame or social standing. You honor that by allocating your cognitive resources only to what actively propels your mission. A respectful nod doesn't warrant archival. Imagine every person as qualifying for your memory if, and only if, they meet one of 3 criteria: useful, rare, or undeniably real. Everyone else remains background. This doesn't diminish their worth in the world, it simply clarifies their worth in your world. By separating respect from remembrance, you maintain empathy without overextending your mental capacity. This is the ultimate efficiency in human interaction. 11. The final metric, purpose-driven memory, no trophies for attendance. There are no participation medals in the Sigma universe, only metrics of purposeful impact. To be remembered, you must contribute to growth, demonstrate unmatched authenticity, or present undeniable reality. Stoic philosophy demands that we focus on what truly matters: wisdom, courage, justice, temperance. You integrate that by storing only the interactions that advance those virtues. Everything else is scrubbed as static. Visualize your mind as a curated archive. Each file is a testament to significant impact, each folder a monument to mutual progress. If you fail to meet the threshold, you simply don't earn a spot. This is not coldness, it's uncompromising clarity. Embrace this metric daily. Let it guide your decisions, your alliances, your investments of time and emotion. In the end, your mind will reflect a library of conquest, not a warehouse of clutter. As you step back into the world, remember, your value isn't determined by how many you carry but by how much you carry within. You've seen why the Sigma male doesn't hate you. He just refuses to waste his mastery on the irrelevant. He sharpens his focus like a blade, guards his heart like a fortress, and chooses connections like an architect. Now ask yourself, will you settle for background static, or will you rise to be signal in someone's symphony? If you're committed to forging your own path, to mastering stoic resilience and leaving a legacy of purpose, then this is your battleground. Reflect on these truths, apply them ruthlessly, and watch your world transform. Thank you for watching Sigma Male Community, your sanctuary for unapologetic growth and pragmatic wisdom. If this video ignited your mission, do me a favor, like, comment, and share with the men who need these savage truths. And if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on notifications to stay locked into every new strategy we unleash. Until next time, stay focused, stay relentless, and own every second of your legacy.